Hello dear traders, I'm Maria Stradup and this is the review of crypto analytics from fx.co. It's the 3rd of July today, one Monday, and Bitcoin ended the last trading week inside a consolidation channel, but fundamental background suggests a further upside movement. Meanwhile, Ethereum is reaching new highs. And we will start with an article by Artem Petrenko and Bitcoin. The article was written on Friday, at the end of last trading week. So we will discuss how Bitcoin ended last trading week. So over the past few days, there have been signals that in the Bitcoin market indicating the formation of bearish sentiment. The price has stalled near 31,000, and certain categories of investors have started moving Bitcoin coins to exchanges to lock in current results. There were also some worrisome statements by Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. And they had impact on the medium-term market outlook. But despite the decline in market sentiment, investment activity in Bitcoin has resumed, and the reason for this is strong macroeconomic news as well as an increase in trading volumes and overall activity in Bitcoin market. And if this trend continues, Bitcoin has a chance to reach a new local price high. So what's the fundamental background? The main reason for optimism was the publication of the final report on US economic growth in the first quarter of this year. And according to the disclosed data, US GDP grew by 2% in the first quarter of 2023 compared to the previous quarter. And positive news has revived global markets, allowing the price of Bitcoin to continue its upward movement. And Bitcoin's bullish potential could increase if the personal consumption expenditures index data meets investors' expectations. If the indicator grows, it would signify an increase in spending and consequently inflation in the US. As a result, the US PCE growth would be another signal for the implementation of a key rate hike in July at the Federal Reserve meeting. It should be said that Bitcoin has become the most profitable asset in the first half of this year, surpassing all traditional assets from stocks to precious metals. Despite this, Bitcoin's price high in the first half of the year stopped at 31,500 mark, but there are strong reasons to believe that will change soon. And if we have a look at the technical picture on the chart of the past 24 hours, the information is of Friday. Bitcoin made an upward support and tested the 31,200 level with daily trading volumes around $17 billion. The nearest local support levels are at 29,800 and at 29,600. The price also tends to linger around the round level of 30,000. Speaking of bullish targets, it would be 31,000. As long as Bitcoin holds the 30,000 level, the first bearish barrier will be likely surpassed, and buyers are very confidently defending support zones, but the same can be said about bears. So there is a parity between them. This indicates the market is neutral. But any news events allow one of the investor categories to realize local price impulses. However, overall, the asset is moving within the consolidation corridor of 29,800 to 31,200, testing the boundaries of the channel. And in the coming days, no significant events or capital movements were observed that could influence the balance of power. And if we look at the indicators, they are still in overbought territory. On the one hand, this indicates the need for local decline, but on the other hand, it suggests a consistently high bullish presence in the market. So, making a conclusion, Artem says that the drop in trading activity over the weekend will allow one side to realize a price impulse. For the bulls, the nearest targets will be the levels of 31,000, 31,500, and the bears will focus on the final break of the 29,800, 30,000 range, where the key support is located for successful advancement towards 31,000. Okay, let's have a look at the chart of Bitcoin for the moment. It's the 3rd of July, and let's have a look at what was happening during the weekend. And all the weekend, Bitcoin spent in that very consolidation range. There were some price movements, however, not so significant. It was between levels 30,300 and 30,600 all over the weekend. And it opened today, the 3rd of June, at the point, the 3rd of July, at the point 30,654, and now it is trading the point 30,630. So it is still in this consolidation range. It hasn't managed to break through any line, upper or lower. However, the trading week has just begun, and things may change. And now let's get to another article by Ralph Shedler and say a couple of words about Ethereum. And the article is also of Friday. So, the Ethereum American dollar pair crashed after reaching the high of 1,912 and was located at 1,851 at the moment of Friday. And after the last swing high, retreat was natural. The rate could test and retest the near-term support levels before jumping higher. Technically, the altcoin is in the correct phase in the short term. As you can see on the chart, the price is still trapped within the flag pattern between 1,816 and 1,911 levels, and in the short term it could continue to move sideways within the range. Escaping from these patterns should bring new opportunities. So jumping and closing above 1,911 should announce an upside continuation, and this may represent a new long opportunity. Okay, let's have a look at the chart of Ethereum for the moment. And let's have a look at the whole weekend, and we can see that Ethereum finally managed to reach to break through that very point, to leave that consolidation channel. Ethereum spent all the weekend above 1,911. It was about 1,920 and a little above. And it opened today already at the point 1,939, and now it is trading at the point 1,943. So Ethereum managed to leave the consolidation channel, and it has moved to new highs, as we can see, and probably it will go even further and higher. Well, this is all for today. We will see each other now next review tomorrow. As usual, I wish you a nice day and profitable trading, and see you next time.